That's it. Value is linked to difficulty. If you want something that is valuable, you need something which is difficult to obtain. The fact that you just said you wanted it quick and easily shows that your whole mental model is fucked. You shouldn't be thinking about quick and easy. You should be thinking about hard, suffering, pain, going through it. That's what you should be thinking about. This is going to be hard, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because when it is done, then everyone's going to know that I went through something difficult. Why do you want it to be quick and easy?
You're
Don't
right.
you understand how
it defeats the mind? It defeats.
Your mind is broken. Your mind is broken. I say that life as a man is exceptionally difficult. I say the most beautiful and the most terrifying thing about being a man is you're born without value. Society doesn't care about you. You're only going to be cared about based on how useful you are. You have the chance to build yourself up and become a superhero if you're prepared to do the hard work and be indefatigable enough to never quit. But if you're going to stand around and wait for a handout, nobody's going to ever respect you. I think that the world's never going to think you're important unless you make yourself important. I think you get to decide what character you want to be in this movie, which is your life. You can decide if you want to be a comedian or a musician or a fighter. You get to decide what you want to be. And if you work hard enough, you can become it. It's the denial that's going to hold you back the most. The people who go, yes, I'm wasting my potential. Those are the ones who have potential. The ones who stand up and go, I am wasting my potential. I could be anything and I am not that yet. They have a chance.
Good day, my friends. Traders and investors. Mostly traders. Here we go. We're going to finish that. Let us begin. West Texas Intermediate. It's a bear market. So we got tariffs taking effect from Trump. Dropping the price of gas. What did Ding Dong Carney do? He basically did what Polyev said. Scrap the carbon tax. Boom. Prices dropping. Where is the bottom? Let's see if we can figure that out. Not going to get it on the day chart. Where am I looking? Let's try 5 days. Okay, here we go. Damn. All right. Okay, so we are interesting. Okay, so this is an interesting zone for oil. Could it be the bottom? Potentially. I think we're probably gonna see where is that? How about that? Oh, so I'm sorry, I'm on 5 minutes. I thought it said 5 days. Apologies. Stand by, guys. Okay, boom, we got 1 week. Damn, look at, oh my God, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that since COVID. Okay, so where are we going? Oh, geez. Oh, look at this. That's a lot of open space, my friends. Okay, so right there, that's around, so we're going to 54. 54, bounce around 50, 54. Right in there. Short bounce, depending how everything else plays out. Like, we're not going to 20, guys, but, you know, pretending everything plays out. We are going to bottom somewhere. I think it'll do something like this. Something in there, you know. Let's see if I can back that a bit. Little further, and then we're going to see a bounce. Too late for a short position. I've been staying away. I've been mostly sticking to gold, guys. I just do this video just for you, you know. Just for the oil, just for the lulls. Anyways, stay tuned on oil. Like, I wouldn't jump into anything, you know, who knows where the bottom is. So at least that. Definitely that. So, yeah, we're looking for like at least 52. All right, let's check out Bitcoin. Okay, so just as I stated in the little brief masculine positivity part of the video, we're finishing a Wyckoff distribution cycle. Let me turn some indicators back on. Show. Hide drawings. No, there's no position orders because I use something else. Alright, okay, so that's going to confuse some people. You know what, I might just turn the indicators off. That's just super trend, my friends. You know what, we're just going to turn it. Okay, so where are we? 76,000. We got a nice little strong 4-hour bounce here. Do I expect drop a little further back down here to start the new 4-hour candle to bring it back up to around 80? Yeah. Could you get in a buy position? Absolutely. I would wait for about another $1,000 lower. Like, of course, you know, it's Bitcoin, it's volatile. It could make one giant candle. Could you be safe by just buying in right now? Absolutely. That's a check mark, by the way. Absolutely. Of course you could. Of course you could. You know, it's a strong bounce. You know, this is far enough where it's surpassing the previous bearish candle wick, meaning we are past it, and it's all within a 4-hour candle. Let me break it down a step further. And, you know, there's the second hour candle. Could it even drop further and then go like this? You know, we're at 1:30 in the morning, so sure, of course it could. Could it also just continue up? Absolutely. You know, but buy positions, my friends. You know, I'm going to stay with it for now. Sorry. I'm just trying to stick to gold lately, and I'll explain why. Here it comes, long and awaited. Long story short, don't expect too far. I think, you know what, even safe take profit is like 77 something, you know, because there always is the possibility of that further decline to finish a distribution, you know, because we are in the bear market now, right? So you have to have short positions ready, you know. Don't you wish you take profit up there? You know, got to invest it properly, guys, you know. Find people who know what they're doing, who have it as a job, so on and so forth. Take other people's information, use it to your advantage. Everything's out there. It's all available. You just have to accept. You know, find yourself a mentor and, you know, start staying profitable. You know? Yeah. This is playing out as expected, guys. Yeah, are we going to see a little bounce? Sure. Something like that. And then I think we're probably going to retest that bottom. That is my prediction. We'll see what happens. Moving on. Gold. Okay, we got my favorite. I love how this thing operates. Okay, so we had a drastic, big old tariff, crappy bear market sell-off, which was ironic because usually if other markets are bear, gold should be the opposite. I had some trouble understanding this. However, this was how smart money works. There are some, you know, there are racist ways you could play that wordplay out. Anyways, it's just a, you know, a big sell-off. It's necessary. Could we see ourselves back into the 3070s? Absolutely. Sure. You know, I don't know if 3,000 is here to stay. It does seem like it wants to stay in there. Where are we? So you get a nice strong, you know, sell-off, small pull, another sell-off, strong bounce, retracement for the sell-off, a higher low, say it with me now, higher low, and then big fat bounce, right? 1 hour candle. Let's check out 4 hour just in case. Yeah, so I don't really know if it's going to break through 3020, perhaps in the New York session, perhaps. Do I see something more along the lines of we're going to be a little bit bearish for gold? Absolutely. You know, I don't really have a strong prediction on this one, guys. I'm just going to give you some sequences that could play out, and we'll see which one happens, and I'll make a video next time about it of which one happened. So, here we go. We got the bounces. We got the higher low. But because of that wick, I will just say that it's just same low. So, strong support. Right? We got the bounce. First instance, it comes up to 3040, and then we get another sell-off. That's number one. Number two, support. We got the bounce. I guess I got to do like 4 of these, and we do keep an incline. Sure, possible. A little more unlikely though, guys. Number 3. Here we go. Support. We have a sell-off right here. Another bounce, and we consolidate for a while. That is more likely than the latter, or the previous. And then 4, could we just, at one of these points, have a sell-off and then head on down to 2,900 to start a reaccumulation cycle? Absolutely. We totally could. We're going to find out in the next maybe 18 hours. This will all play out. So stay tuned. At some point, I'm gonna make a video about. I don't want to give away all my secrets. You know, I'm trying to run a business here, but you know, of basic pattern recognition and somehow, you know, what to really look for. Because like the stuff you find on YouTube isn't really. I've looked through. It doesn't work. Like it's not like that. It is a little bit effective, but it's like you really got to dig deep for the videos that are substantial. And I'll just show you some little basic things that will keep you profitable if you just stay and look for those sequence of patterns in the candlesticks. Whether it's 4 hour, freaking 30 minutes, or honestly, I'm on 5 minute all the time. You know, hundreds of dollars in seconds. You know, like. This small little pattern, this will retest up to here and then possible decline based on this pattern. You know, doesn't always pass through though, guys. It will just stay volatile for a second. You know, then it's about weighing the odds and instances of which they play out and with the time frame of what has happened prior. Also needs to be taken into consideration is the time of day. How much growth has already happened? You know, if we're at the start of a growth, certain pattern could mean something else, so on and so forth. I'm running out of time. Anyways, tired of losing money. And you want to just trade better or just, you know, make some passive income. Long story short, guys, reach out to me, Top Margin Trades. As always, good luck.